Good day to you, partner. I'm keen, and I can already tell that I'll be your best friend in this forsaken camp.
Hey guys, Wheat Solo here, aka the Skeleton King. I literally just recorded the perfect video for this, and then I didn't realize I wasn't recording my audio. And so now you have to hear a facsimile of perfection. So sad, so sad. It was a perfect conversation, perfect. It's gone, washed away. What am I doing? I'm a druid. Yes, that's right, I'm a doo-doo. What am I doing for doo-doos? Well, Schmitty asked me to test something from Amazon Basin. It has to do with Chance to Cast. And Chance to Cast, or Procs, in Project Diablo 2 are becoming a larger and larger game design feature, and also they receive more attention from developers, it seems. What developers? There's like three people, right? Erilyn, Canai, and uh, who's the other one? I think there's one other person on the development team. I'll just plug in Renren. Why not? He's not on the development team. Okay, nobody. Don't piss people off. Sorry. Anyways, let me stay focused. He wanted me to confirm that Amazon Basin is correct, and basically Amazon Basin is always right. So if you ever have a question and you can't find the answer from Project Diablo 2, just go to Amazon Basin. Unless the mechanic was specifically changed, Amazon Basin has never been wrong in my experience, and they give very, very in-depth information. And they also write it, in my opinion, in a way that is digestible for a lot of people. And then they also explain the more in-depth side of it as well, if you can stomach that. So he wanted me to confirm that the chance to cast when you have the same level twister, like on one Carryon Wind to two Carryon Winds, is additive. And that's what Amazon Basin says. And what does additive means? Well, it's a good thing. It means that it being 8%, it's 16%. And it's not like multiplicative where it's like 8% and then 8% of that 8%, right? It's better this way, trust me. Now, these couple of tests I just did with Fury and two Carryon Winds show that I had a 10% DPS increase when I put on one Carryon Wind and another 10% DPS increase when I put on the second Carryon Wind. So that's about as conclusive as you can get. Now I'm doing Wind. One of the reasons why I chose to use Fury and Wind is because of the IAS, and I wanted to try to isolate as much as I could while still having the fact that I do have weapon damage existing. For anyone concerned about Deadly Strike, don't worry about it. I have a testing charm that just maxed that out on both builds. So then, basically, I'm going to show you the differences between Wind with 2 Carryon Winds, Wind with 1, and Wind with 0. And one of the funny things about this is that this is the build he suggests, by the way. And he suggests running it with a Headhunter's Glory to proc amplify damage with Innocence. But the interesting part about running Wind and Carryon Winds is there's no correlation between DPS increase and Carryon Winds. In fact, having 0 Carryon Winds probably is better because then you could actually run a more useful ring in that slot. But the build isn't just single target. And why single target would there be no difference? And again, the level twister on Wind is different. And it's not like they clash. They'll both proc, right? One at 16% and one at like 30%, whatever the chance is. But twister has next hit delay. So the fact that I'm proccing a lower level twister, albeit more often, might cause next hit delay with the higher level twister. And also it seems like Tornado does the majority of your single target DPS anyways. So this is kind of a little illustration about the AOA impacts of this build, and it's a very, very cool build. Why? Well, because you're going to actually be running it with Innocence, right? And what Innocence is going to do is it's going to proc these abilities once every 15 or so frames just automatically. You don't even have to attack. And that's what makes this build not only fun, but also really, really, really good. Now, I couldn't really tell the difference again, but those are 100k health dummies. I'm trying to see if twisters kill them more often. I couldn't tell. So I went into a map, and I just kind of, put on a Carryon Wind, then I put on 2 Carryon Winds, and then I switched the Wind, just so you can get an idea about what the playstyle is like. And I have testing charms on, okay, so don't worry about that. I also think, by the way, I just want to rep something. I think Carryon Vine is a possibility for point dumps on this build specifically. Now, I know Lycanthropy is good for extra max health, but extra just regeneration every once in a while sounds good as well. This is why I chose this map with Physimmunes. And by the way, do not run this build on Physimmune maps. And yes, you'd have amplified damage, but it still would go slower. Is in these next little few series of clips, you can clearly see that having 1 Carryon Wind to 2 has a much higher rate of Twister procs with Innocence. I'm not attacking. This is just Innocence, okay? Blade Shield. And then when I put on Wind, you can see that there's still more procs going on. So the build works, it's very, very good, and you either run 0 or 2 Carryon Winds, and trust me, for mapping, you should just run 2, okay? But there's something else I want to talk about. Innocence, Blade Field, procs Crushing Blow. And also there's an item that has Static Field and Crushing Blow. And then, whoa, Innocence has Attacker Takes Damage. Huh. And then, Druid has an ability called Spirit of Barbs. This is going to be one of the best builds this game has ever seen. You wait. It's coming. Skeleton King out. GG.
Come play with us, Danny.